Hey there, crazy American. Woke up a little while ago, so if I look like a bum, that's why. I wanted to ask everybody some questions. I've been confused. I've been looking at you know, different things like water and how, okay, you look at a water bottle, pretty simple, right? I mean, you got the water and then the label, but and all that stuff that goes with buying water. I mean, there's not much substance aside from that itself. Um, and it doesn't tell you the difference in taste. Like you'd think, okay, water's water, right? But no, I could tell you right now that if I go to the store and I buy some Aquafina, right? Or if I go to the store and I buy like Nestle Pure Life, or um, you know, uh, anything, like I just don't understand how or why, let me say it that way. I don't understand why they don't have taste more like plastic, tastes more like softened tap water, like labeled on there. And it's the same goes for soda too. I mean, if I go and I buy, like Market Pantry soda that, like Target makes, right? Or if I go and I get, like a six pack of Fago. Now, obviously, there's a taste difference, but I mean, they label everything else, but they never really, explain, exactly the difference. Well, I mean, you know the difference, okay? You know the difference between like lemon lime and root beer, right? Obviously, but I think water should have that's going to that same precedent. I mean, like I just can't help but think that water does taste differently beyond the company, from Aquafina to Nestle to all the others. Um, Maybe that's just me. I mean, crack open a bottle and figure it out for yourself. But I think things need to be a lot more specified. I mean, let me put it to you this way, okay? I'm an avid video gamer. I'm not much of a, I guess you could say I am pretty much a geek or a nerd, but I play, all kinds of different games. Like this game, for specific, called First to Fight. Now, First to Fight is basically a tactical shooter type game where you have your squad of guys. See that they would kind of look like that right there, and they're Marines. Thus the name First to Fight. Now on the front, it just pretty much says Close Combat United States Marine. Now in all truth, you and I know First to Fight means possibly first to die. Um, and there are no warnings aside from on the front that you know you have the special label, the T for teen, and for that it's PC. Um, I wanted to point that out too. That the rating system on a lot of these different products, like these shooter games, like Battlefield 2, and they just don't have an accuracy to them. I mean, T for teen, like somehow it's okay that if you're playing Pacific Assault, Medal of Honor, or First to Fight, or Brothers in Arms, or Fear, or Half-Life 2, or Rainbow Six Lockdown. That, which actually, it's strange. I just found that out. The majority of these games that I have, this stack, okay, of shooters, labeled to their specific, product or what have you. Most of them have the M there, okay? and that's for mature audiences only. Okay, now, that's anything from age 17 and above. Which to me, don't get me wrong, I don't think 17 is mature. I mean, but at the same time, you take that game of a World War II simulation type shooter like Brothers in Arms, okay, and you compare it to that of another World War II simulation like, shooter Medal of Honor Pacific Assault, okay. Now I can tell you from experience, and I'm just playing the game, that there is a great deal of violence. Now, you're probably thinking, what the hell does that have to do with water? Um, well, it kind of has a lot to do with water. In comparison, what I'm trying to say is accuracy in labeling, um, being straight up with your product, things like that. I think all that's fallen to the wayside. Like, things have become like mainstream, where you slap labels, people are gonna buy it. But just kind of some thoughts there. I mean, I just don't understand. Um, well, I don't understand why it's difficult to have a more accurate label. Um, I think it's imperative at some point that when either you're buying a product, or your kids or you are playing a product in which contains violence, like First to Fight, which depicts pretty much real life action within a simulated environment, that should be a lot more conveyed. Like, I mean, okay, T for teen. Obviously, there's violence, right? But mature, it's like, what? Can you rip the guy's limbs off? What's the difference in violence? I don't know. I just a couple thoughts. The whole water thing was bothering me, and the soda thing too. I drink entirely too much soda. Um, I play entirely too many games, as you could see too. But um, I don't know. It was just one of those things I was kind of thinking about, and wanted to try and get across to everybody. Oh yeah, check this out. My mom is really good at making like cards and very like personal, um, like postcards and whatnot. And she made one for me, um, with stamps. She's really good with stamps. She probably should have said that first, but she made this one, and it's you can't really see it all that well, but it it's a Valentine's one that has the three names of our animals. Okay, see, Russ, which would be Rusty, and Ozzy, or my dog, and Lucy, our little kitten. And see, she worked on this for like an hour. And then, of course, on the inside, it's got a cat with a greeting that says, "We love you, brother. Happy Valentine's Day, Ozzy, Lucy, and Rusty." And you can see the little kisses there. And yeah. And then, of course, my mom, Kelly Reese. Um, but yeah, she made me that. It was pretty cool. Oh, what else do I have over here? Yeah, pictures and stuff. Just there's me when I went fishing a few years back. I caught a big catfish, and she was pregnant. And then, of course, there's me in my bunny suit when I was at work. No, I am not one of those people who promotes for business for money. I had to wear that for the folks where I worked. I worked at a nursing home, and my job was as an activity assistant was to keep people entertained, and that was one of my assignments, was to be the um, be the Easter Bunny and do the celebration for them. But I don't know, just some interesting thoughts, a couple of things. But no, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and end this off saying, don't drink too much soda because it's very full of sugar, and it'll give you cavities. Yeah. Much respect. You guys all take care. Peace.